Chosen one. One of the most dangerous and cunning traps ever designed to weaken the chosen is lust. But understand this. Lust is not merely about physical desire, it is a spiritual weapon. Crafted to drain your energy, cloud your judgment, and pull you away from your divine mission. As a chosen one, you are not meant to live like everyone else. Your path requires strength, focus, and spiritual discipline at the highest level. And the world knows, the easiest way to bring down a powerful soul is through lust. That's why it's constantly promoted, glorified, and normalized everywhere, in media, music, movies, social platforms, and everyday life. This is not a coincidence. It is a calculated strategy to make the chosen forget who they truly are. Before we reveal the 8 prices of lust that every chosen one must face, if you feel a spark inside after hearing this message, don't hesitate to hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 beautiful souls, and comment the number 111 below. This sacred number will amplify the vibration of this message and align your energy with the divine path. Especially if you are truly one of the chosen. Let us journey deep into one of the most underestimated threats to the chosen one's power: lust. This is not merely a fleeting temptation, it is a spiritual warfare tactic designed to drain, distract, and derail you from your divine path. As a chosen one, you are held to a higher standard, and your energy is sacred. To protect your mission, you must understand the real consequences of lust. Lust is not just a physical impulse, it is a leak in your spiritual vessel. Every time you give in to lustful thoughts or actions, you are bleeding out divine life force. Sexual energy is not casual, it is creative power. The same force that gives birth to life and awakens higher consciousness. From ancient Taoist sages to Hindu yogis, the wisest among us have known, conserving this energy is essential for spiritual ascension. When you allow it to be wasted, your connection to Source weakens. That hollow feeling after indulgence? That's your essence being siphoned. It's not just temporary, it begins a cycle of dependency that starves the soul. Even Nikola Tesla credited his brilliance to celibacy. Great minds, ancient monks, and disciplined warriors all knew, true power comes from self-mastery. As a chosen one, your mission demands a pure vessel, sharp mind, strong soul, and a well of untouched, focused energy. When you master your impulses, you tap back into the divine power that lies dormant within you. Lust clouds your mental clarity. When your desires lead, wisdom is silenced. Intuition, your sacred compass, becomes muffled under the noise of craving. Throughout history, men have lost kingdoms, empires, and sacred callings, not to war or betrayal, but to moments of unchecked desire. Samson didn't fall from strength, he fell from lack of discernment. Lust crept in not as an enemy, but as a whisper, a temptation, a slow erosion of focus. That is how the system attacks chosen ones, not by force, but by distraction. When your mind is clear, you move with strategy. When your soul is steady, you make decisions that shape destinies. To protect your mission, you must reclaim your clarity. Remove lust, and your perception sharpens. Your choices align with purpose. You begin to see the game, and play it like the master you are. Lust forms unseen chains. It forges emotional attachments to people and energies that are not meant for your journey. Have you ever felt bound to someone who drained your essence? Who dimmed your light instead of amplifying it? That wasn't love. That was a soul tie, forged in lust. It tricks you into believing you're in love, but what you're in is bondage. Ancient cultures knew this well. The Greeks even warned of Eros, the God of passionate love, as a double-edged sword, capable of igniting greatness or consuming it. True love elevates and brings peace. Lust, it leaves you empty, longing, and off course. Chosen ones are meant to walk with those who strengthen their spirit, not those who entangle them in cycles of confusion and emotional warfare. Break free, realign with your higher path. Your soul cannot rise while chained to illusions. Perhaps the greatest danger of lust is this: it derails your purpose. Chosen ones carry a divine assignment, but lust operates as a quiet assassin of destiny. Have you noticed how after indulging in lust, your motivation fades, your discipline weakens, and your focus scatters? That is not an accident. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you, it only needs to keep you distracted. A mind caught in craving has no room for vision. Every second lost in pursuit of fleeting pleasure is a second stolen from your divine mission. Great spiritual leaders and warriors, Jesus, Buddha, Marcus Aurelius, Miyamoto Musashi, they achieved greatness not through indulgence, but through inner mastery. They knew the war was not outside, but within. Chosen one, this is your battlefield. Win here, and the world opens before you. Fail here, and you risk everything. Guard your energy, master your desires, and rise fully into the power that has always been yours. The chosen ones are not ordinary souls. They are guided and shielded by divine forces because they carry a greater purpose: to heal, enlighten, or lead others. But divine protection is not something that's guaranteed forever. It is conditional, based on your choices and how closely you walk in alignment with your higher self. When you give in to lust, whether it's carnal desires, addictions, or small compromises of your values, you gradually step out of sync with your divine essence. And in that misalignment, your spiritual armor begins to crack. That's where negative energy slips in, bringing misfortune, confusion, and even spiritual attacks. Life suddenly feels chaotic, and it's not by chance. It's the result of losing alignment with the sacred power that once surrounded you. For thousands of years, spiritual warriors have understood this truth. Purity of mind and body is your invisible armor against darkness. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes the disciplined warrior, the one who governs his senses, remains steady amidst temptation, and walks in harmony with the divine. When you lose control, you lose that spiritual shield. But the good news is, you can reclaim it at any moment. The moment you begin to restore discipline, resisting temptations, cleansing your mind, choosing the higher path, divine energy begins to flow back into your life. Clarity returns, peace returns, the doors of destiny reopen. Remember, the trials you face are not punishments. They are sacred reminders from the universe that your calling is too great to be sacrificed for temporary pleasures. The chosen ones walk a unique path, one lit not just by insight, but by the weight of their own conscience. Guilt and spiritual regret often find them more intensely than others, not because they are weaker, but because their souls are more awake. When they stray, even slightly, it echoes deeply within. Lust, like many forms of temptation, is a seductive illusion. It whispers promises of pleasure, yet often leaves only emptiness, shame, and regret in its wake. And the system knows this. It feeds this cycle: temptation, indulgence, guilt, because a heart burdened by guilt is easy to control. A guilty person can't manifest true power. Why? Because their energy is stuck in the past, reliving mistakes instead of shaping the future. But here's the truth that the chosen must never forget. You are not your past. One moment of weakness does not erase your calling. What defines you is your ability to rise, to extract wisdom from error, to transform regret into discipline, and to walk forward with intention. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it's remembering with strength. Break the loop. Guilt is not your prison, it can be your teacher. The more refined your self-control becomes, the more unstoppable your path. For the chosen, every fall is simply another chance to rise higher. Chosen ones are not ordinary, you are creators, born with the divine ability to shape your world through thought, energy, and focused intention. Every emotion, every desire, every vision you hold in your mind sends ripples into the universe, drawing toward you the reality that matches your inner state. This is the essence of manifestation. But among the greatest threats to this power is lust. When lust takes hold of your mind, it doesn't just distract you, it derails your entire spiritual frequency. It pulls your thoughts downward, anchoring you to fleeting pleasures that offer no true fulfillment. The law of attraction is clear. What you focus on grows. So when your focus is consumed by carnal cravings, your ability to attract lasting success, purpose, or higher connection begins to fade. Lust operates like a virus. It clouds your judgment, short-circuits your discipline, and replaces clarity with chaos. There's a reason why monks, sages, and ancient warriors practiced celibacy or strict self-restraint, not because they feared pleasure, but because they understood a sacred truth. Mastery over the body is the gateway to mastery over the mind. And mastery over the mind is the foundation of spiritual power. When you conquer lust, your energy is no longer scattered. It becomes concentrated, powerful, and creative. Your manifestations become stronger, clearer, and aligned with your true purpose. You begin to attract things that nourish your soul instead of drain your spirit. You stop chasing illusions and start building reality. To be chosen is to walk a path of higher discipline. Every time you rise above lust, you are not suppressing your power, you are reclaiming it. Chosen ones, listen closely. There is a hidden war being waged not in the physical, but in the spiritual. One of the most subtle yet destructive weapons used against us is lust. When lust takes hold, it lowers your vibration and opens a doorway, an invitation, for dark, manipulative forces to step in and steer your choices. Have you ever acted on impulse, driven by lust, only to feel shame or regret afterward? That moment of regret is your soul remembering its power, its purity, while realizing it gave control away. Lust is not just a bodily craving, it's a spiritual virus that, when left unchecked, can turn even the strongest of the chosen into slaves of darkness. Throughout history, we've seen great empires crumble, respected leaders lose everything, and sacred families torn apart, all because of unguarded desire. Lust blinds, binds, and buries purpose. If you're chosen, you're called to a higher standard. You must master yourself or be mastered by forces that want to see your downfall. Each time you resist temptation, each time you choose discipline over indulgence, your divine light grows stronger. When you own your desires instead of letting them own you, you become unshakable. No illusion, no distraction, no trap can claim you. That is the power of divine self-control. So now the question is, what path will you walk? Will you continue giving your power away to lustful cravings? Or will you rise, armor your spirit, and reclaim your crown? The moment you break the chains of lust, you awaken something ancient and eternal within you, your true power. If you feel a spark inside after hearing this message, don't hesitate to hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel. We are on a mission to reach 1,000 beautiful souls, and comment the number 111 below. This sacred number will amplify the vibration of this message and align your energy with the divine path. Especially if you are truly one of the chosen. It is time to awaken. Thank you for walking this path. You're not alone.